Have you ever felt the palm of your hand heat up out of nowhere? A tingling sensation with no explanation. A subtle pulsing, like something is activating. Well, here's the thing no one tells you. And maybe no one ever has until now. It might not be just physical. It could be spiritual. It could be a synchronicity trying to shout through your body what your soul still hasn't heard. And the craziest part? Most people ignore it. They take a pill, change positions, shake their hand thinking it's just circulation. But what if I told you it might actually be the universe handing you a sign, a code, an awakening? The problem is, we've been conditioned not to believe anything that traditional science can't explain. But Carl Jung, yes, Jung himself, once said, there are things only the unconscious can understand. And the body? Oh, the body is the #1 messenger. When the palm of your hand starts to vibrate, warm up, or react in specific moments, it's as if a portal is being activated. And no, this isn't mystical nonsense. It has depth, it has roots, it has meaning. What you're about to discover in this video could completely shift the way you see yourself. And more importantly, how you recognize the signs that have been surrounding you all along. Now answer me honestly, are you going to keep treating these signs as mere coincidences? Or are you finally ready to take seriously what's being activated inside and around you? Because when the universe speaks through your hand, it's not by accident. It's because the time has come to act with your own hands. And you're about to understand exactly what that means, starting now. If you've ever felt a strange tingling in the palm of your hand, as if some kind of energy was being activated there, know that it's not random. Most people ignore this kind of sensation, brushing it off as normal or just physical fatigue. But when you begin to connect with the more subtle side of your existence, you start to realize that the body speaks, and it speaks loudly. The hands, specifically, are like spiritual antennas. They receive, transmit, and even manifest. Carl Jung once said that what doesn't come into consciousness manifests as fate. And maybe your hand is trying to bring something to the surface before fate has to shout. Imagine that every line on your palm is like a spiritual map drawn across your journey, filled with experiences, challenges, and untapped potential still asleep within you. People who frequently feel sensations in their hands, like sudden warmth or an unexplained pressure in the center of the palm, are often going through an energetic activation process. And this isn't just mystical talk, it's a direct observation of patterns. In some traditions, this phenomenon is called the awakening of healing hands, and it's often the first step for those who carry spiritual gifts. But this is where things start to get even more intriguing. Because if your hands are showing signs like this, it's very likely that your body is trying to take part in something greater. This isn't just a physical symptom, it's a living synchronicity, pulsing on your skin, a clear sign that the energy which once slept is now awake. And once that activation happens, there's no turning back. It's as if the universe placed a key directly in your hand and said, "Now it's up to you." The question is, could Carl Jung have foreseen this kind of phenomenon when he studied the archetypes hidden within the collective unconscious? Carl Jung, one of the greatest figures in depth psychology, believed the body never lies. He saw the body as a messenger of the unconscious, and more than that, as a symbolic instrument through which the universe communicates. When you notice a synchronicity happening alongside physical sensations, like that sudden burning in the palm of your hand, you may be witnessing an archetype in motion, a living symbol being activated within you, trying to emerge. Jung didn't view coincidence as a random event, but as a coded message. And the body, including the hands, can be the channel through which that message takes form. This kind of physical manifestation carries a profound meaning. Jung referred to it as a psychic sacrament, when the invisible becomes visible through small gestures, aches, or specific sensations. A classic example is involuntary touch. Have you ever felt your hand tingle out of nowhere while thinking about someone or making an important decision? That may be more than just a physiological quirk. It could be a symbol from the unconscious trying to point you toward the path most aligned with your essence. It's as if your biology and your soul are coming into agreement, guiding you through signals you can feel, even if you don't fully understand them yet. And this is where the beauty of archetypes comes in. Jung believed that we all carry universal psychic structures, ancestral patterns that manifest at key moments in our journey. When your hand vibrates or pulses without explanation, it could be reflecting an archetype being activated. The healer, the magician, the warrior of light. Each of these patterns lives within you, waiting to be awakened through symbolic experiences. And when that calling comes, it doesn't shout, it whispers, it moves through the body. It's that moment when you feel something shift, but can't quite explain why. But don't worry, the signs are only going to get clearer from here. Not all pain is physical, and not every shiver is caused by cold. When we talk about spiritually activated hands, we're talking about something far beyond physiology. If you've ever felt sudden warmth in your palm, tingling in your fingers, or even a light pressure in the center of your hand, as if there's a magnetic field there, it's time to pay attention. These aren't just ordinary symptoms, they're vibrational codes. In many ancient cultures, the hands are seen as energetic portals, and these alerts are ways your vibrational field signals that something is being unlocked within you. Carl Jung would call this an emerging unconscious content, ready to become conscious. One of the most intriguing signs is the appearance of new or more pronounced lines in the palm, especially after moments of deep introspection or meditation. This isn't superstition. There are reports of people who, after going through profound self-awareness or spiritual awakening processes, began to notice subtle changes in the structure of their hands. In addition, light spasms in the fingers during moments of silence or visualization also indicate that an energetic current is in motion. In other words, your hands may be trying to tell you that the invisible is becoming visible. And that's a living synchronicity, one that few are brave enough to recognize for what it is. And if you feel that something is being activated, there are a few simple practices that can help you observe it more clearly. One of them is to gently rub your palms together for 30 seconds, then hold them apart, facing each other, and feel the energy field between them. Another is to write daily with your dominant hand about what you're feeling, because often channeled writing flows through the hands as an extension of the unconscious. The key is to pay attention and keep a record. When you do this consistently, you begin to notice patterns, and once those patterns appear, the universe starts speaking louder. If your hands have started reacting in new ways, pulsing, vibrating, or heating up without explanation, this could be the beginning of a calling, a clear sign that your soul is trying to remind you of who you truly are. And this isn't just symbolic. Many people who awaken to their spiritual gifts say it all started with something subtle in their hands. After all, hands are what heal, what hold, what create, what bless. And when they become conscious channels of energy, they begin to reflect your purpose. Carl Jung said that the purpose of life is to become who you are. And maybe, just maybe, that process is starting within you, right now. What few people tell you is that this activation may mean you're entering a phase of alignment between what you feel, what you think, and what you do. And when that happens, nothing external is stronger than your intuition. Hands that vibrate may indicate that you're a channel for healing. Not necessarily to become a therapist, but perhaps to heal environments, conversations, decisions, or even break ancestral patterns through conscious action. Have you ever thought about that? Sometimes the universe doesn't choose you because you're better, but because you're ready. And when you're ready, the signs become impossible to ignore. And this brings a responsibility that few are truly prepared to embrace. The responsibility of living your truth. Not the truth others expect of you, not the socially acceptable truth, but yours. And when your hands begin to react, it's as if they're saying, "Hey, it's long past time to stop living halfway." That's when you begin to attract powerful synchronicities, meaningful connections, and a constant sense that you're on the right path, even if you don't have all the answers. And if you're feeling this now, it's because you're very close to activating something even greater. Once this energy in your hands has been activated, the worst mistake you can make is to ignore it. Because now, my friend, the universe has already handed you the key. And when a key shows up, the next step is to open a door. But which door? The door of your awareness. One of the most effective ways to channel this energy is through hand-focused meditation. Sit down, take a deep breath, place your hands palms up on your knees, and simply observe. Feel the warmth. Feel the field vibrating between your fingers. This simple moment of mindful attention begins to unlock energy centers and bring intuitive answers. Answers you won't find anywhere else, only within yourself. Another powerful technique is vibrational prayer, where you don't just speak, you direct intention through your palms. When praying for someone, for example, you can place your hands over a photo or even over your own chest as a way to transmit energy. This isn't a modern invention. It's ancient. Indigenous healers, Eastern masters, and spiritual leaders from countless cultures have always used hands as sacred tools. And you can do this right now. Want an example? Before bed, place your hands over your heart and repeat, "I activate my gift with wisdom, protection, and truth." Simple, direct, and deeply transformative. And if you're looking for something even more creative, try intuitive writing. Grab a pen and paper, take a deep breath, and start writing without overthinking. Let your hand lead. More often than not, what flows onto the page is pure spiritual guidance, coming straight from the unconscious, or as Jung believed, from the deep self. It's like opening a channel between you and what vibrates beyond reason. And the most curious thing, the more you practice, the more synchronicities begin to happen. Strange coincidences, repeating messages, people showing up at just the right moment, and it all begins with the palm of your hand. And now that you understand what it means when synchronicity activates your hands, tell me, what are you going to do with that? Are you going to brush it off like just another piece of content? Or are you truly ready to start applying everything that was revealed here? Because this energy that awakened inside you didn't show up by accident. It showed up because you're ready. Ready to heal, to transform, to create a new reality with your own hands. But just knowing this isn't enough. You need to act. You need to apply. You need to put this power into motion. Because those who don't act fall asleep. And those who fall asleep repeat the same cycle. So answer me in the comments, which of these signs have you already felt in your hands? What practice are you going to try today? What insight hit you the hardest in this video? Write it, share it. Because when you speak, you activate. And when you activate, you inspire others who are still stuck in autopilot, but who might awaken with just one word from you. And if this video resonated with you, make sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and stay with us. Because what's coming in the next videos might be exactly what you've been missing to complete the puzzle of your awakening.